It is 7:41 on your hometown station, KHTS. It is that time again. It is Tuesday, March 20th. And a big good morning to Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto. Hello.
Good morning.
It is that time where we get to talk about doggies and kitties and all kinds of animals.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm great, thanks.
Easter's coming up.
It is.
Easter's coming up in a couple of weeks on April Fool's Day.
Yes.
I know. We get two holidays in one. When you're a little kid, and I know I thought of this when I was young, I always wanted a bunny or a chick. Real. Real.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the perfect time to get those would be Easter, yes?
Right. You think so.
You'd think so. So what exactly is wrong with wanting to have a real bunny or a real little teeny chick on Easter? What's wrong? Why can't we do that, Dr. Jaimie?
Well, for starters, little chicks are super cute and fluffy, but they turn into chickens. And most of us out here are not zoned for farm animals, which they are considered. So we're not supposed to have chickens. They are not indoor pets. They are outdoor pets. They are messy. Although I love them, I would love to have chickens of my own someday, but they're not the best pets for suburban living necessarily. And you know, they grow up. They don't stay the little cute fluffy things for very long at all. And I think when they grow up, their interest is lost on children, and so they get dumped a lot of times. Bunnies, kind of the same thing. Bunnies are not always the best of pets. It just depends on the circumstance. So if you were to get a rabbit for your family, I would not recommend giving a bunny to a young child. Bunnies are fragile. They do require special care. They need a special diet. They can get injured easily. So a lot of bunnies don't like to be held and cuddled. They can be social.
But that's what we want them for, Dr. Jaimie. We want to cuddle them.
I know.
They're so cute and soft and lovable, and you're
lovely.
Just taking the fun out of everything.
I know. But these are the reasons why oftentimes they, get put into shelters, rather quickly after Easter. And some end up dying because people don't understand how to take care of them properly.
Right.
Little kids, they want to cuddle them and carry them around, and bunnies don't necessarily like that. They have really powerful rear feet. And so if they kick too hard and don't have like a surface to kick off of, they could actually break their backs themselves.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So lots of things go into it. So I wouldn't take that decision lightly.
Perfect
Absolutely.
solution. How about stuffed bunny, stuffed chickie?
Perfect.
That's the perfect solution.
They don't grow up.
Okay. Let's talk about my favorite subject, which is candy.
Yes.
Easter candy. There are baskets, big baskets of candy. There are big bowls of jelly beans and M&M Skittles, you name it.
Yes.
Not good for the dogs or the cats.
None of it is good for dogs and cats, and they're going to want it, especially your dogs are going to want it because they're little beggars, but it's very unhealthy and oftentimes can be toxic to them. So we want to be really careful, keep any Easter baskets and goodies or the plastic eggs filled with stuff, keep them away from our pets.
Which is a real tough thing to do. I know when I was a kid and I made up a basket for my parents and I wanted them to be surprised, my grandmother's dog went for the basket, unbeknownst to me, in the middle of the night, ate everything, ate all of the candy, ate the foil that the candy is wrapped in, ate the grass, the plastic grass. Just had a field day. Luckily, nothing happened to the dog.
Good.
But will the dog know to, vomit and take care of itself? Or what exactly happens when a dog has too much chocolate?
So for starters, all chocolate can be toxic to dogs and cats. There is a variance, though, because the darker the chocolate, the more toxic it is. So like Baker's chocolate, for instance, because it's so dark, a very tiny amount of that is going to be extremely toxic, whereas
Gotcha.
white chocolate, maybe not so much.
Got it.
So there is some variance, but they all basically in larger amounts or toxic quantities can cause not only vomiting and diarrhea, but it can start to cause neurologic signs. So we can see seizures and tremors with it. And if they have ingested too much and they don't get treatment, or they're not getting it out themselves, if they're not vomiting, I still would recommend having them go be seen, to get further treatment like IV fluids to kind of just help their body flush out those toxic ingredients. But they can die from it. My own story, I know I had a dog growing up, and he was the best dog ever, and the only bad thing he ever did was this one thing where he ate an entire plate of Christmas fudge, and he was totally fine. Like, that's not common.
Right.
That's not the norm. But he happened to, I guess, have a stomach of steel, and nothing ever happened to him. But a little 20-pound dog with an entire platter of Christmas fudge, he should have been dead.
Right.
And we didn't at the time really know how bad it was. I was 8 years old maybe, but he happened to be fine.
You weren't Dr. Jaimie yet.
I was not. I was only 8 years old, but he was fine. But that's not typical. So if your dog or your cat does get into chocolate, it's always best to call and, first find out, based on your animal's weight and how much they may have eaten, is it going to be a problem? Do they need to be seen?
Cats the same deal?
Definitely. Yeah.
Is it even more toxic for cats, or kind of the same?
Well, cats are small, right? So I think it can be more toxic to them. They would show the same types of signs. And the same goes as far as, the variance in the dark chocolate versus the lighter chocolate. Luckily, cats usually are more discriminate eaters, and so they aren't going to go for the whole basket normally like most dogs will.
Picky, are they?
They're-
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from Cinema Vet. The phone number, website, address. Everyone wants to see Dr. Jaimie at Cinema Vet. If you have a pet and you live in the Santa Clarita Valley, you need vaccinations, you need checkups, go see Dr. Jaimie. Where are you located at Cinema Vet?
We're on Cinema Drive.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. What? Cinema Drive in Valencia. What's the phone number?
It is 661-253-9300.
Cinema Veterinary at gmail.com. And what's the website at?
It's cinemavet.com.
Oh,
Easy.
piece of cake. Piece of cake. But only for the adults and only for humans. None for the pets. Have a great week. It was great seeing you.
Thank you.